Hi everyone, this is Ms. Faina. We're going to review for test number 3. So first we're going to fill in the blanks for each formula. So talking about rectangles and the perimeter, it is 2 times the length L plus 2 times the width, or you can just add all the sides. Then the next one would be area, which is length times width. Okay, looking for our triangles, the perimeter, we are going to add all sides. The area, we do base times height and divide it by 2. Or remember, we have the 1/2 base times height. For a circle, the diameter is 2 times the radius. Okay. And then if we do 2 pi r, or pi times the diameter, that is the circumference. And then the area is where we have pi r squared. So looking at the first one, we want to solve to find the value of x. And then we want to calculate the area and perimeter, and we're given a rectangle. So we start by setting the two sides equal to each other that we have information for. So we have 8x minus 6 is equal to 42. So 8x minus 6 is equal to 42. Okay, we're going to solve by hand. So we're going to draw a line through our equal sign. I'm going to add 6 to both sides, which gives me the 6's cancel out. I have 8x is equal to 48. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 8. And I get x to equal 6. So now that we know x equals 6, I need to plug it in for this value right here to figure out that actual length. So I have 8 times 6 plus 5. Well, 8 times 6 is 48. 48 plus 5 is 53. So this side length right here is 53 inches. So now that I know that, I can find my perimeter and area. So my perimeter is 2 times 53 plus 2 times 42. Well, 2 times 53 is 106. And 2 times 42 is 84. And 106 plus 84 is 190. Okay, you could have just typed this directly into the calculator as you see it. Okay, you'd get the same thing. So that is our perimeter. So make sure we're writing it or typing it in the correct box. Okay, our area is the length times width. So 53 times 42. So 53, typing it in the calculator, times 42 is 2,226. Okay, moving on, we want to calculate the area and perimeter of the triangle, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so given our stuff, we know A is 7.2 inches. B is 5.8 inches, and C is 9.25 inches. So our area is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times my base, which is A, so 7.2, times my height, which is B, which is 5.8. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and type that into the calculator. So I'm going to go to a new calculator screen. I'm going to go ahead and lay my notes on top. Oops. There we go. Okay, so I'm typing it in. I have 1/2 times 7.2 times 5.8. Okay, so I get 20.88. Okay, it says round to the nearest tenth, so this number tells us that this 8 is going to go up to a 9, so it's 20.9. So my area is 20.9. Okay, the perimeter, I'm going to add up all three sides. Okay, oops, so let's move it over here. So I have 5.8 plus 9.25 plus 7.2. Okay. Okay, so that gives me 22.25. The 5 tells me that 2 becomes a 3. So 22.3. Okay, so going back to our notes. So again, perimeter, we added all of our sides. So I did 5.8 plus 7.2 plus 9.25. We got 22.25. The 5 told us the 2 goes up to a 3. Next, it says identify the following for each circle below. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So again, rounding to the nearest tenth. So given is the radius of 4. To get the diameter, we're going to take that times 2. So 4 times 2, which is 8. Their circumference, C, is 2 pi times r. So 2 pi times 4. So I'm going to type that in my calculator. So 2 pi times 4, we get 25.13. So we want to round to the nearest tenth, so just 25.1. Okay, our area is equal to pi r squared. So pi times 4 squared. So pi times 4 squared. We get 50.26. The 6 turns that 2 into a 3, so 50.3. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to the next one. It says solve to find the value of x, then calculate the area and perimeter of a rectangle. So again, I'm going to set the two side lengths equal to each other that I have information for. So I have 8x minus 54, which is equal to 18. So I draw a line through my equal sign. I'm going to add 54 to both sides. Okay, so when I do that, I get 8x is equal to 72. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 8, and x equals 9. So I need to plug in 9 right here to figure out this length. So 2 times 9 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. So this side length right here is 19. So my area equals length times width, which is 18 times 19. Okay. Plug that into our calculator. 18 times 19, we get 342. Okay. For our perimeter, we're going to do 2 times 18 plus 2 times 19. So 2 times 18 is 36. Plus 2 times 19. So 2 times 19 is 39. Or 38, I'm sorry. So 38 plus 36 is 74. Again, this could have been typed in directly into the calculator, as well as the 18 times 19. Okay, next one, calculate the area and perimeter of the triangle. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So this time we know A, which is our base, is 5.4. We know our B is 7, and this B is 7. So before we can do anything, we need to find this height. Well, if both of the B's are the same, that means this half of it, we need to know what half of 5.4 is. So half of 5.4 is 2.7. So this piece right here is 2.7. This piece right here is 2.7. Okay, I just took that and divided it in half. So I'm going to focus on this triangle right here to find the height. So we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I know A, I want to find B. This is my C, even though it's labeled B, because it's opposite of the 90-degree angle. So I have 5.4 squared plus b squared is what I'm trying to find, equals 7 squared. So I draw a line through the equal sign. I'm going to subtract the 5.4 squared from both sides. Which leaves me with b squared, and I'm going to type this into my calculator. Okay, so 7 squared minus 5.4 squared. I get 19.84. Okay, to solve for b, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And I get 4.45, which makes it 4.5. Okay, so now that I have that, I can find my area. So area equals 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times my base, which is 5.4, times the height that I just found of 4.5. Okay, so 1/2 times 5.4 times 4.5 gives me 12.15, which is 12.2. Okay, now that I know that, I can find my perimeter by adding all the sides. So 7 plus 7 plus 5.4. 7 plus 7 plus 5.4. I get 19.4. Okay. Next, what is the area of the shaded region? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So we're wanting to solve for the green part. So notice I have a circle and I have a rectangle. Well, first I'm going to start by solving for x, so I know what that is. So I'm going to take 5 equal to x minus 2. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides, which tells me x equals 7. Okay, so I know this is 5. Over here, I have 2 times 7 minus 10, which is 14 minus 10, which is equal to 4. So this side length is 4. So the area of the rectangle, so is length times width, which is 4 times 5. So my area is 20. Okay, and then I need to find the area of the circle, which is pi r squared. My r is 3. So pi times 3 squared, I get 28.27, which is 28.3. To find what's shaded, I'm going to take the area of the circle, 28.3, minus the area of the rectangle of 20, and I get 8.3. So that would be the area of the shaded region. So if you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to your teacher. Other than that, have a great day, Rangers, and good luck on test number 3.